All right, let's bring in Ken Rosenthal, who's taking a break from his audition of Love It or List It, and he joins us now. Ken, get us up to speed and give me some clarity on the terms of the deal and how much it's going to be worth.
All right, Robert. Technically, it's a 5-year, $60 million deal, but it won't necessarily get to that point. He has an opt-out after 3 years, and then 4 years, $55 million. That also is guaranteed, and the 5th year would only come into play if he wanted it to come into play. So that is a player option. So for the Dodgers, the reason this works is because they spread the money out. They spread the guarantee out. And when you're working with the luxury tax threshold and trying to stay under it or at a certain level, the lower the AAV, the average annual value, the better off you are. So that's why the deal is structured the way it is. So it could be 3 years, could be 4 years, could be 5 years.
All right. They've got AJ Pollock in their outfield. What's next for the Dodgers?
I'm not sure. And there's always been talk of Realmuto all offseason, but my understanding is that that is not necessarily close. We know the Marlins have asked for Bellinger. That's not happening. There are other ways for the Dodgers to structure a deal for a JT Realmuto. But at the same time, remember, they've got Austin Barnes. They've got Russell Martin, who they acquired in a trade with the Blue Jays. So it's not necessary that they do that. Would they like to do it in a deal with one of their prospect catchers, maybe Jock Peterson, maybe some others? Who knows? I would imagine they would like to do that. Whether it happens, that remains to be seen.
All right, that's our Ken Rosenthal. Good stuff as always, Ken. Thanks a lot for the information. We have more Dodgers news from our John Heyman. John reporting that the Dodgers continue their conversations with the Marlins for JT Realmuto. Bob Nightingale of USA Today also had a similar report earlier in the week. One of the players that has been linked to this possible deal is Dodgers catching prospect Keibert Ruiz. So, Bill, if the Dodgers somehow able to work a trade for JT Realmuto, you put him behind the plate, does this make them the favorite in the National League and maybe the overall favorite to win the World Series?
Well, look, they've been to the World Series 2 years in a row, right? So you're sitting there watching this transpire. I think right now, if you look in the National League, they're probably in the running to say, okay, they can go back again. Adding a JT Realmuto, probably the best catcher in the game as we speak right now, can only help them. And I don't think they need to necessarily go out there and make that big splash with a Manny Machado type or a Bryce Harper type. This guy right here fitting in that lineup changes the dynamic of this club all the way around. I still have to look, though, if I'm thinking about World Series and if you put them in, I still think there's 3 teams in the American League that'll match up to any team on the other side of the street as it is today. And you got to be odds-on favorite. They're the favorite.
Yeah, you're basically speaking about the Astros, the Red Sox. I mean,
the Yankees.
The Yankees. I mean, these are teams that they're forces to be reckoned with. Now, adding Realmuto would immediately make the Dodgers better. This guy is a superb talent. And also, something to be noted, it wouldn't be as costly for the Dodgers to go after a guy like Realmuto. Yeah, maybe they lose some prospects here and there, but money-wise, it wouldn't be. So is this one of those moves that maybe is preferable than going after those big signings and big free agents? Maybe so. I think that's the way the front office thinks. How can I make it the most economical way, the most effective way of making my team better? And this certainly looks like it.
Yeah, 2 more years of club control for JT Realmuto, 2019 and 2020. All right, so what do you make of the AJ Pollock move, and what do you see on the horizon in the near future for the Dodgers, Bill?
Well, what I think about this right away, what we saw the Dodgers do in the postseason, especially last year, and they like to mix and match certain pieces. AJ Pollock has had some injury troubles, so can he go there? Is this the right fit for him? Probably so. Can he play 120 games? Does that mean Bellinger goes out there and plays 42 games or so in center field and plays the rest at first base? I think this gives them options and flexibility. I'm still of that mindset, though, Carlos, that if I'm going to go out there and sign a free agent, I want a free agent that's going to play 150 games. That's what I want, and I want to lock down my center fielder, but I don't think the Dodgers are quite built that way.
Yeah, and you know that they will try to match him up the best they possibly can. And you probably say that this could benefit Pollock because he has not played a full year In a while. I mean, he gets hurt a lot, but you mentioned these injuries are mostly like accidents, maybe broken bones here and there. He is kind of nursing a little bit of a groin problem, but I'm not too concerned about them being lingering injuries. However, the way the Dodgers have structured their roster, they're able to mix and match according to what they think is best. This may actually be beneficial for him. I don't think he's going to be happy about it. He wants to be out there every single day.
Right.
And, man, you know, when I see him swing the bat, I'm thinking this guy is a 30-homer guy. If he were to play every day and stay healthy, those are 30 home runs in your lineup.
21 homers last season, played in 113 games the year before, 112, and then 2016 he lost nearly all of the season playing in just 12 games. So, Carlos, it would seem to me, you know, the Dodgers mentioned as a possible Bryce Harper landing or destination. It would seem to me that that is not going to happen, or that is less likely to happen with AJ Pollock signing.
The Dodgers front office takes a lot of pride in making sure that they utilize all the information that's available to them, right, to win ball games. And it's not necessarily about going out there and signing the shiniest and most expensive object. And in this case, it may be a Machado or a Harper. Does that take him out of the equation? Not necessarily. But I just know that their tendency is to say, it's not always the way it seems, the obvious. Let me go get that big-time free agent. It's what is more convenient to us as a team. And they know many things that we don't know. You know, that's always the way they portray themselves. Like, we know something you don't know. We know something our opposition doesn't know. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pass on Harper and on Machado.
Yeah, you know, I think it's fair to say that the Dodgers have kicked the tires of Bryce Harper. We're less than a month out of pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training. So if I'm sitting here as a player, I'm thinking I'm getting a little anxious. But the clubs have to be doing that too. So if the clubs looked, and is this AJ Pollock signing the signaling to, yeah, this ain't happening. We kicked your tires. You want 8 years, you want 10 years. We're not willing to do that. So here we have an option with Pollock where we can have him for 3. There's a possible opt-out there. Maybe this is the design that they want to go, because teams want to start looking at finalizing their stuff too, to get ready for spring training and understand what they have as well.
Dodgers have a new center fielder. His name is AJ Pollock. Spent his entire career with the Arizona Diamondbacks until today, when he inked a 4-year deal worth $55 million. He's got an opt-out plus an option that could push it to 5 years and $60 million, which ain't bad. Last year, 21 homers, which was a career high, OPS of around 800. Played 113 games because he fractured his thumb. I told you, I don't know, a month ago, 6 weeks ago, this was the move the Dodgers had to make after dealing Kemp and Puig. I think they're right on the spot with this one.
Yeah, I agree. We love this player. First of all, on the field, this player is a game changer. University of Notre Dame, Chris, that's right. You have some margin, little slant patterns inside. But my point being is that he does everything on the field, right? He fields, he can hit homers, he can steal bases. He just kind of makes your team better. He leads off at the top. He's a scrappy little player. Stay away from the injuries. AJ wants you on the field. We've had thumbs, we've had issues, we've had shoulders, we've had hamstrings, we've had diving in the home, we had shoulder, all kinds of stuff. But when he is on that field, this is an awesome sign by the Dodgers. It really is. He's a very solid player, especially when you're coming from the same division and you've had to put up with him for 19 games a year.
By the way, that was very funny because you started off by saying we love the player. And I thought all of a sudden that maybe John Hart had snuck into your seat, because that's what John Hart always goes. He goes, we love the player. We love the... Just call him by his name. His name's AJ. AJ, we love you. Like, come on, dude. Relax. It's okay. I know you got the Novocaine still working and stuff, but just, come on, take a deep breath. Have fun.
Is it puffy? Or no, is it normal?
No, you actually look good. I mean, the face looks good these days. Does it hurt right now?
Yeah, bottom left hurts. The Novocaine wore off about 48 minutes ago, so I've been in pain a little bit since then. I'm a gamer, Chris. You know that.
Bottom left. So do me a favor. Kind of fish hook your mouth and kind of show everybody. Sterno, just take a shot of Millar there. Let's see if we can really get in there. Let's go. Oh, wider. Open wider, Kevin. Yeah, shine a light in there. Wider, Kevin. No, now tilt your head back. Tilt your head back, Kevin. More. Tilt your head. There you go. Ooh, gosh. Yeah, that's brutal.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's right there. That's $3,600. $1,200 out of my pocket. Sorry, insurance.
Okay, so here's the deal with the player. Here's the deal with the player, AJ Pollock.
Yeah,
he's not a platoon guy. And this is the thing I haven't liked about the Dodgers and the Cubs. They've had too many starters on the bench, right? Like, we don't know who the starter is and the platoon guy. Like, enough of that stuff. We're talking about the Dodgers. They should have at least 2 of the 3 positions in the outfield solidified every day, and that's what they're going to get with AJ Pollock. And I understand the injury concerns. He's had some freakish broken bones sort of happen. If he's healthy, he's playing 140 games, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris, and that's the only thing I'd say. We've heard the rumblings and whispers of Jock Peterson maybe going to the White Sox or somewhere else. Andrew Toles gets lost in the shuffle. I really like him. I just think that Bellinger, Chris Taylor, AJ Pollock, here you go. Go play baseball. Days off here and there. I know we've changed. Trust me. I know we've changed. We don't see the 158-game player. Nick Marquez is one of the few that still does it because he hits everything. But my point being is this. I understand the 140-game thing, but you can't have – I don't like the merry-go-round. It's nonstop information, too much information. No one kind of really gets going. So hopefully, you know what? Dave Roberts and the Dodgers can sit back and go, there's our center fielder, and go get him.